Can you tell me what exactly is zombie debt?
Zombie debt. Zombie debt is a debt that you thought was dead and buried and in the ground that reaches up and comes back to life. And it's exciting, isn't it?
What a visual.
It is, because you thought it was like, oh, that debt, that's long gone. The problem is it's a trap, because a lot of people don't realize that if you start paying on a zombie debt, you reenact or reactivate the statute of limitations all over again. And then you actually owe it. The people that are trying to collect from you are trying to trick you to reignite the statute of limitations by saying, well, why don't you pay $10? And then we'll see where it goes. And if you pay any payment, 1 cent, all of a sudden you actually owe that debt, even though before you made that small payment, you didn't. So you got to be very, very careful. Your state may say, if you haven't made payments in 3 or 4 years, depending on their laws, you don't owe it. But it's going to be reported for the next 7 years on your credit report. And if you're going for a house or a car, you want to clean up your credit, maybe it makes sense to make a payment and pay that off. But make sure that before you pay it off, you get something in writing that this zombie debt is going to be removed from my credit report. And it sounds like they're doing you a favor.
Right.
But they're really not.
What should you do if you've been contacted about zombie debt, and how can people protect themselves?
You need to make sure that the debt is actually yours. You also need to check the statute of limitations with what is the state law if you actually owe it. If you don't owe it, why pay it?
Right.
I mean, that's my attitude. I would just let it lie.
Okay.
And lie dead. Because,
keep it dead.
A lot of medical bills and things like that get trapped into zombie debt, because the medical companies, the medical billers aren't the best at following up and chasing people.
Right.
But you got to be very careful. Now, what the problem I see is a lot of companies buy old expired debt that is zombie debt, and they'll make an effort to go and collect that debt. And that's what you got to be careful.